It's Wild Wednesdays, my friends. We're live. Live. Another day, another dollar. Today, got my hater blockers on. Baby. Get out of here, people. We're here to make money. All right. What's good? All right. Another day, another dollar. Did 5 minutes. So I got in the ice bath this morning. Got in the ice bath and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go for 4 minutes. I got to 4 minutes. And then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go for 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I got to 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And I'm like, all right, you little bitch, we're going for 5 minutes. And well, we went for 5 minutes. I think I did like little over 5 minutes in the freezing cold ice. All right. But yeah, it's just like, that's like trading, right? Like it's trading. Same thing as the same mentality. You're in the trade, you're up $1,000. You're like, nope, not taking profit. My target's 4 minutes. You get to 4 minutes, you're like, hey, there's still more to go. There's still more room to run. You keep holding, you keep believing, you keep pushing, baby. Let's go. All right. So, today, FOMC, we had the PPI. I like these numbers, these acronyms, you know, CPI, PPI, what else we got? There's always something, you know, MPI, the IIP, the PPP, always something. Some great acronyms when it comes to stock market stuff. You know, always something funny. The VWAP. You got like, it all sounds so funny when you say it. Like if you don't know anything about trading, you're like, you tell someone like, so I day trade. I'm big into day trading, and one of the things that I use for trading is the VWAP. They're like, what? No, the VWAP. The what? The VWEEP. The VWAP. The VWAP. The VWEEP. No, the VWAP. It's all about the VWAP, man. What's the VWAP? Well, let me explain what the VWAP is. All right. Today, guess where we're at right now? We're below the VWAP. Whee! VWAP. It's hard to see with these things on. Oh God, it's so bright in here. The light, the pressure. It's tough, man. Tough being at the top under the lights. When you're the #1 day trader, everybody's watching. Everybody, even my competition, they're watching. They want to know, how does he do it? How does Patrick do it? Patrick, you should try ICT concepts. I puked. I puked in my mouth. Ow. Ouch. Ugh. Oh God. It hurt. Hurt on the inside. I like to make money, not pretend to make money. That's my preference. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure a lot of you here are here to make money and not just predict where the market's going to go and try to pretend that you're the god of trading. But hey, whatever floats your boat. I got no, you know, hey, not everybody can be as good looking and as good as at trading as I am. It's just, it is what it is. You know, right now we've got a couple things to think about today. We got the FOMC meeting at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. FOMC statement, and then the good old, press conference. Gotta love the press conference, man. That's nothing I love more than the FOMC press conference. It's just so much fun. Jerome Powell telling us that inflation is transitionary and the price of everything is just the price of everything. Don't worry, guys. Inflation it's transitionary. It's not real. The price that you're paying is not real. You know, price is not real. Will, I have the trading down, but you don't know about the looks. Little do you know, everywhere I go, I gotta fight the women off of me and the men. I got men and women trying to get on me. Just trying to get my number. Hey, again, you know, I'm all for everybody loving whoever they want to love, but personally, I'm just not into guys. No offense. I look at a man and I don't see the sex appeal. You know, there's some good looking men out there, but I'm not into men. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I got nothing against it. More people that love men, the better for me, because then there's gonna be more women out there. Because a lot of the gay men out there are normally pretty good looking too. So let's get them off the roster on the other team. You know, get them on the other team. Less competition for me. Right now, just the NASDAQ down there to the 80s. We got a pivot point down there at the 71s. The ES right now, they're at the 4,419s. 419s. John Doe, that's a pretty aggressive compliment that guy gave you. A pretty aggressive comment. I've actually gotten some pretty funny messages as well on Instagram. I had a guy one time, he messaged me, he goes, Patrick, you have amazing calf muscles. What do you do? What's your workout routine for your calf muscles? I'm like, I guess I'm born with them. I think people are just born with nice calf muscles. You either have calf muscles or you got no calf muscles. I've seen some people that got like 3 calf muscles. I'm like, what the fuck do they got going on? They got calf muscles on top of calf muscles. Right now, the NASDAQ selling off below the VWAP or below the 21 EMA. We got a pivot point there at the 71s. On the ES right now, look at the 15-minute chart on the ES. We got the VWAP, VWAP. That very wet, you know what? Right there, 4,420 on the 15-minute chart. We got this kind of trend line right now here that's forming. This little tightening. This triangle. We had the PPI report come out this morning. Oh, it's a lot of jokes today. PPI report. You gotta love it. Hey, did you guys read the PPI report this morning? It was quite PP. A lot of PPs in that PPI report. Right now, that 420 area, kind of a battle area. We bounced kind of off there when that report came out, and now we're kind of basing out there. Like I said, FOMC at 2 p.m. I'm not that, like, I honestly wasn't even gonna get on the live stream this morning, but I felt bad because I'm like, they need me. My people need me. They need to be entertained this morning. They need to be entertained. So I'm not that worried about trading this morning, to be honest. I would rather just, I think, wait till afternoon. After the FOMC meeting, you'll get a lot better action. So yeah, like I don't think there's any reason to really push it this morning. Because we know that FOMC is going to make some big volatility. There's going to be some good action later on. You know, you get those big 100-point runners. So we'll see how she goes. Right now, just kind of waiting and watching. I like those 100-point runners, baby. Nothing I love more. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Get me in on a 100-point runner. I want it. So there will be a day, like I'm there, I'm ready for it, right? There's gonna be that day where I'm gonna put 30 fucking contracts on, and I'm gonna get that 100-point runner, and I'm gonna make like $100,000 off one trade. It's gonna be remarkable, absolutely remarkable. It's coming at some point. That trade will happen. I'm ready for it. Woo! Right now, the NASDAQ there, the 90s. What is that? If we had what? Let's think about this. Let's say we go 30 contracts. How many points do we need to make 100 grand off of one trade? 30 contracts times 20. That's $600 per point times 100. That's 60,000. So we would need we would need 160 points. So maybe I need to get more size. So maybe let's say 45 contracts. We do 45 contracts, then we would only need a 100-point move, basically. Right? Yeah, so we need a 111-point move to make 100 grand on one contract with 45 contracts. The nice thing about Topstep having the max loss on the day is like, the most that I can lose, like even if I go on tilt and I go full stupid mode, I can't lose more than $3,000 per account. So that is the nice benefit of having Topstep. Like I can't after, if I hit $3,000 max loss, like I'm done. So I will say, like, it is very nice to have that rule. I know people are like, well, it sucks that you can only lose 3,000. I'm like, honestly, like, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice because I can't, that, like, no matter what, I can't have a bigger loss than that. So I kind of like it. Like, I can go full, you know, go fully on tilt, and no matter what, I can't lose more than 3,000 no matter what I do. So with 45 contracts, your stop loss, well, not really though. 45 contracts, you'd have a $9,000 max loss. So that's not, you know, that's what, 10 points? Right? Yeah, 10 points. That's not that bad, actually. But yeah, I mean, you obviously you want to it wouldn't have to be that crazy of an entry, really. Yeah, I'm trading 45 contracts in the 3 accounts, so 15 contracts per account. I mean, I've traded 30 contracts for the 3. I mean, it's not, you buy into momentum, right? Like, you're not trying to like buy the dip. You're not trying to buy the sell-off. You're not trying to short the top. You're waiting for there to be a big move, and then you're just buying into it and you're getting out. Like, I mean, you're on most of, like, if I'm going to put on 30 contracts, I'm in and I'm out, like, instantly. There's not really any slippage. Normally I'm trading like 15 contracts. At some point, the market makers will hunt you. Not really. Like, people think that, but I mean, you're buying into momentum, right? Like, we're not just like, I'm not going to put on 45 contracts like right now. You know, I'm not going to like put on 45 contracts and like, okay, I think it's going to go up. Like, only way that I'm going to size in that big is if we're like really going ding, do, like making a big move, you know? Like, I'm not going to jump in with big size like that unless I feel very confident in the move. You know, we're looking at the book map, we're taking out key levels, we're showing a lot of strength, you know? So yeah, I mean, the big focus is like kind of, it's all about the setup. Like, you're waiting for the right setup there. I'm going to live stream the FOMC today. I'll probably stream today until like maybe 11 o'clock, and then we'll come back for the 2 o'clock. Does Jerome Powell shake the market today? Yes. Yes, he does. Today will be lots of volatility. After 2 o'clock, you got the interest rate decision. It happens. The market makes a move. And then the press conference is at 2:30. And the market will normally make another move during the press conference as well. So a lot of times you get a big move up, big move down, another move somewhere, like kind of up, down, you know, all over the place. So we got about 1 minute here till the market opens. Like I said, just be prepared for the fact that it is FOMC day. I'm not expecting, you know, anything too crazy here. If I do put a trade on, it'll be probably with small size, just in and out quickly. Not going to be, I don't really, like, I know that later on today after the FOMC meeting, we're going to get better, way better moves. Like, and that's what I want to trade, the good moves. I don't want to get chopped up this morning and not be able to trade the FOMC later. So definitely not going to be pushing my luck here. All right, here we go. 15 seconds. If you guys haven't hit that like button, you know what to do. We're live on YouTube, baby. Blow it up. Ding, 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 ding. We need 500 likes here. Let's do it. What is the no trade zone? I would say kind of like where we're at right now, to be honest. Got the VWAP up there at the 11s on the NASDAQ. The ES got the 21 VWAP there. See what happens. Pivot point on the NASDAQ down there at the 70s. We kind of filled the gap already. A little bit, maybe a little lower here to fill the gap on the spine of the QQQ, but not a ton of downside there. If Jerome Powell pauses, he will not pause. They're not going to pause. They're going to do exactly what they said. Nothing's going to change. They'll do exactly what they said. They have not changed their stance. Nothing will change. There'll be no surprise. It'll be exactly what they said they would do. The question though is, where do they start to pivot? Where is when do they start slowing down, basically? It's always about the future. Like, what does the future look like for the interest rates? NASDAQ down there to the 70s right now. We had that PPI number come out this morning. The market sold off after that number for PPI this morning. Both the ES and the NASDAQ down right now. We got a pivot point on the ES down there at the 4,407s. So let's see what happens here. Expecting some chop right now, bouncing around off this pivot point. The QQQ and the NASDAQ there at that pivot. You got the SPY basically filling the gap. That little gap up this morning filled that gap. NASDAQ again down to that pivot there. On the book map right now, you got liquidity down there at the 65s below that pivot. You got a bunch of liquidity sitting there on the ES. They took it out there at the 15s and kind of pushed it back up now. Keeps bouncing off that 15, 14 level. So that 14 level, 15 level on here on the ES needs to hold, or we're going to probably move down to that pivot. Right now on the NASDAQ, little bounce back up here off of the pivots. That pivot point there at the 70s for now, holding up there. 65 liquidity sitting there on the book map. Will they hold that pivot and squeeze it back up? See the ES pushing back up off that 15 level. NASDAQ a little weaker here. NASDAQ through the pivot down there, the 65s. That liquidity was sitting there. Let's see if they're going to chop it back up through that pivot again. The chop is real. Little trap for a second there below that pivot. I like that the ES is holding up there at the 15s right now, giving us support to the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ right there, that pivot point. See if that NASDAQ is going to want to push back up towards the 90s here, but the ES back up there, 18s. The chop is real. The book map right now showing that 90, 95 level there on the NASDAQ, possible to push back up here, 95s. Look at the ES ripping back up there. NASDAQ still weak here. The ES back above the 21 EMA. The NASDAQ denied, kind of at that 21 EMA for now. VWAP up there at the 107s on the NASDAQ. And like we were worried about that chop, there's the choppy chop here. NASDAQ just kind of chopping here at the 80s. No real move here. NASDAQ back to the 70s again. The ES back down to the 15s. Both the ES, NASDAQ below the VWAP right now, looking weak here now. That 21 EMA acting as resistance there on the NASDAQ down there to the 60s. NASDAQ made a new low here. The ES not making a new low. That basically tells me there's some serious chop happening here. NASDAQ, the weaker index right now. Down there to the 55s now on the NASDAQ, still selling. Do. The dollar selling off, the ES, the NASDAQ selling off here. Look at the ES kind of stuck there at the 21 right now. Again, back up there, pushing up. Did not make a new low on the ES. So the ES kind of thinking if it starts to break this little trend here, would then go for that new low on the ES. So if the ES loses that 15 support, but right now kind of holding up there. So NASDAQ's definitely a lot weaker. See what happens right here on the ES at that 21 EMA now. Gets stuck there. Got to push back up. Need that ES to push through like the 18s, try to get to that VWAP again. Both the NASDAQ, the SPY, and the QQQ kind of at a key level here for a possible bounce back. The QQQ right there at that pivot point as well, 362.50 area. And there's that push back through the 18s on the ES now, getting tighter and tighter. See what happens here. We saw that little push up there through the 21 earlier, got denied. Where this candle closes at here next is going to be key. Key for this candle to close. That 15-minute chart on the ES right now, kind of pushing back up there. Got 5 minutes left on that first 15-minute candle for that opening range to figure out where it wants to go. Where does she want to go here? They turn this candle green and get back above VWAP. Things get interesting here for the bulls. Right now, looking weak. But it is FOMC day. Anything is possible, my friends. Right there. Starting to push back up that 18 level on the ES. You got a pivot point all the way down there at the 07s. Look at that rip back up there now. The NASDAQ back to the going for that 90 push we talked about earlier. Through the 21. The chop is real, my friends. See if they push this back up to the hundreds possible on the NASDAQ now. On the book map, that liquidity sitting there at the hundreds and the VWAP. sitting there. So you're thinking there's that push possible to the hundreds here. 95 pushing on the NASDAQ. The ES getting stuck right there at the VWAP for now. You got the NASDAQ VWAP up there at the 101s. If the ES gets above the VWAP here, I would expect the NASDAQ to find some strength as well. Is that the bottom for now? Look at that 15-minute candle. Look at the change of that 15-minute candle there on the ES now. Remember earlier, we were sitting down here at the bottom of that 15-minute range. Now we're going to be pushing back up to the top of that 15-minute range. So the story changes, right? Now the bulls are back in control. Look at that 15-minute candle. We're up there pushing to the hundreds now on the NASDAQ here. Things are heating up. Can they get to the VWAP all the way to that 101 level there on the NASDAQ now? 91's pushing up there. The high so far on that candle, 97. So on the book map, we saw all that liquidity sitting there at the hundreds, 15,100 level. Do they break through there? After that, you're looking probably up there to the 105, 106s quickly. The ES right now at that VWAP level, the ES needs to push through VWAP. The NASDAQ needs to push through VWAP here. Trying to get this 100 break on the NASDAQ, sorry. So many things, NASDAQ, ES needs NASDAQ. And there you go, NASDAQ to the hundreds. Let's go to the VWAP now. Whee! Get through the VWAP here and try to push up there towards the 105 level next on the NASDAQ. I'm going to be right back. I know it's like the middle of action, but I, for some reason, have to go to the bathroom. I drink too much water. Where we get to? We went to a high there, 102.75s. VWAP there on the NASDAQ getting tapped. Tapping the VWAP there. We're through the VWAP on the ES. What I want to point out here really quickly, why we kind of like, why are we focused on the ES and the NASDAQ side by side here? I think it's very important to understand this, right? As you saw earlier, the NASDAQ making a new low. The NASDAQ made a low there. We talked about this idea of this trend line on the ES holding. So this is basically, what does this tell me? If the ES is not making new lows, the ES is kind of putting that higher low right there at the 15s. There's no reason to be short down here on the NASDAQ at the lows. Unless the ES breaks through there and shows weakness, so the ES starts selling, well, then I want to be short on the NASDAQ. But very clear to see that, look, bam, 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 higher low, higher low. The NASDAQ was basically just kind of chopping around right there below that pivot point, and then look at that rip back up. So if you can spot this in the moment, if you see this, we talked about it in the moment here, if you can understand this, it gives you a big advantage, right? Because now, now you're basically understanding this very key thing, right? You're understanding that, look, the ES holding there, the ES above the VWAP. Well, now we're thinking NASDAQ above the VWAP. Look at the NASDAQ up there to the 107s, going for that 110 push here. We saw on the book map that 110 area there. Yeah, so it's kind of what we were looking for. up there through the 106s, 107s. And also looking at the 15-minute chart, remember this 15-minute candle on the ES was looking very weak, but then that last 5 minutes, look where it closed at. A totally different story. You want to be looking at when these candles are closing. Right now, this is a new candle. We got 14 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. Anything can happen. But when we get down to like the last 3 or 4 minutes on these candles, the 15-minute candles, we can see like, hey, look, where are we at? Are we on the bottom of this candle or are we at the top of this candle? Is there a better chance that in the last 2 minutes that we go from here back to the bottom, or is there a better chance that we close at the top here? I would say, yeah, there's a better chance that we kind of keep that momentum in the last few minutes of that candle closure. You know, if we basically hit the bottom of this range of that 15-minute candle and then we get that push up, well, then you're like, hey, there's, you know, I'm feeling pretty confident that I want to kind of look for this thing to close the top of that range. So I like to always kind of keep an eye on those 15-minute candles to kind of see where we are in terms of time wise. Like if we're at the bottom of the candle, like if we have a big red body and we're at the bottom of the candle and we're about to close at the bottom, well, then I'm like, hey, it's not looking too hot for the bulls. But if we're able to push back up, get this big wick and show strength in recovery, well, then I'm like, hey, there's no point in me getting short because we're going to close at the top of this 15-minute range. If we're going to close at the top of that 15-minute range, there's no reason to be short there. The only thing I should be doing is looking for a long opportunity. And look at the NASDAQ back up there to the 110s. So we got a little bit of a fake out there, the downside, you know, a little bit of a fake out here, the downside below that pivot. And then look at that rip back up. This is basically amateur shorts getting short down here at the bottom. They get squeezed. We rip back up. The buyers start to come back in. Buyers come back in. We push up there to the 10s. It's a mind game. It's a chess game, my friends. We saw the trend on the ES. We pushed back up there 24s. There's your move. You know, if you look at this, I think on the 15-minute breakout here for the ES, you probably got, what do we got? Top of that range, you know, we obviously got the bottom of that range down there. We already know that. And then the top of that range right there, if we go across the 21s, go back to the 1 minute chart. We got that breakout of that 15-minute range there. From now, we got about a 2-point move, 2-3-point move. It is FOMC meeting day, expecting some more chop here. If we chop back into that range there, it wouldn't surprise me. I think the ES as well, kind of just chopping around there. So the question is now, do we turn that 15-minute range, opening range breakout is, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We got, what? 476 likes. What is going on here? Blow up that like button, baby. We need some likes on the stream. Oh, man. The CPI report is, what? CPI report? You mean the FOMC meeting. FOMC meeting is at 2 p.m. today. $2 p.m. 2 p.m. is when the report comes out or the statement is made, and then 2:30 is the press conference when Jerome Powell will take questions. Why do I take trades on Trade of 8 versus using TradingView? Sir, if that is a question, well, I can't help you. Honestly, it's because there's a serious lag between placing orders on TradingView versus placing orders on Trade-of-8. Very big lag. There's that 15-minute range breakout up there to the 25s. You get about, what, 3 points there? 4 points so far up to the 25s. That 15-minute range there on the ES breaking to the upside now. This has kind of been a pretty good strategy to use lately, as of lately. Traveling Trader says that on his practice account, he makes bank, and then on a real account, he loses. You should ask ICT about that. He can help you out. He trades in the practice account all the time. Maybe he'll give you some tips on how to trade in the real account. He's got jokes. He's got jokes. What's funny is I literally haven't even talked about ICT in like weeks. Well, maybe not weeks, but like in a few hours. And he's literally over there commenting about me. Like he just can't stop talking about me. He can't stop talking about me. Literally, he's on Twitter, like literally retweeting people's comments on my post. This guy commented on my ice bath post, and ICT is retweeting it. Like, the dude pretends that he's this amazing guru trader that Patrick's the one that's talking about him, but it's like, ICT wants to be me so badly. He wants to be me so badly. There's a reason that ICT is obsessed with me. He's obsessed with me because he wants to be me so badly. And I know people will be like, Patrick, what are you talking about? He's such a good trader. Guys, he doesn't trade real money. All the money that ICT has, he's made from selling his course, which he did. It was like $200 a month. He sold thousands of them. He sold his mentorship. He then, makes money off YouTube ads. He doesn't actually trade real money. Like, he's a pretender. He's like playing Pokemon cards. That's all it is. It's not real. Doesn't matter what you think's gonna happen. You can sit here all day long and be like, hey guys, the market's gonna go to 25 here. It's gonna go to the 25s. Watch. If it goes to the 25s, like, wow, I'm a genius. Like, but if you don't place a trade, it doesn't matter. Like, you can claim to be the best trader in the world, but if you don't actually trade, you're not the best trader. You're just a imitator. You're a magician. That's all you are. You're literally simply a magician and nothing more. I'm not even trying to be a hater. I'm just trying to say, like, it's reality. It's called reality. The reality is day traders have to buy and sell. If you buy and sell, you press the button, you buy, you sell. You buy, you sell. The only way to make money in this market is buying and selling. That's all it is. That's literally all it is. It doesn't matter what your concepts are. It doesn't matter if you're a mentor, if you're a teacher, whatever it is. Like, if you don't buy and sell, then you're not a day trader. You're just simply someone pretending to be something they're not. That's all it is. Simple. And hey, 100%, I make money. I sell a course 100%. I've always, I don't deny it. I make money from YouTube. I make money from Topstep. But I also, I show you guys, I actually make money from trading, right? I've showed you the payouts. I don't know, it is what it is. Like, I show the payouts. It is what it is. At least, of all the people that are on YouTube, I very rarely see anyone on YouTube showing actual payouts. ICT is a hero. A hero about what? Pretending? It's like saying, Alexander the Great was the best warrior ever, but he never fought in a battle. You're not a legend. You're just a magician. You're a magician that's convinced a bunch of people that you know how to trade, but you don't actually trade. Hey, and the thing is, ICT could easily just trade? Why not just trade? You know why he doesn't trade? He doesn't trade because he knows he's going to fail and he knows it's going to make him look bad. That's exactly why he doesn't do it. He's afraid of people seeing that he's not the best trader that he claims to be. Because right now, since he doesn't trade real money, there's no way to actually know if he's good or not. All people know is like what he says. But if he actually traded real money, well, then someone would be like, oh shit, ICT is not that good at trading. All of his students make money. Like, that's such bullshit. Come on. All of his students make money. That is the biggest lie in the world. What's funny is I have so many people joining my community, joining Market Flow Trader community, that said they tried to follow the IC tree, blah, 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 and they never found success. So it's not true. All of his students do not make money. The thing is, he's got 300,000 followers. So yeah, you know, 90% of day traders fail, 10% are going to win. So yeah, 10% of his followers might make money. But that doesn't mean that he's a genius. It doesn't mean the ICT made them money. That's all, you know, that's what's so funny about it. It's like, yeah, if you have 300,000 followers, I hope that at least one of your followers actually makes money. You know, that's I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. Whoop-de-doo. I would say most of the people that are watching me are probably not making money. Because they're watching me. I'm just some idiot on the internet. I don't claim to be the fucking ghost in the machine. I don't claim to have wrote the, I don't like all the strategies, everything you see, everything I talk about. It's like, these are all strategies that have existed since the dawn of time. You know, like I'm not reinventing the wheel. You buy low, you sell high. When the market wants to go higher, you get in. That's, you know, that's my strategy. My strategy is very simple. I don't fight the market, and I just, if I see an opportunity, I jump into it. And that's it, you know? 1 week day trader challenge. Patrick versus versus Lambo Raul. Oh. I honestly don't even care. Like, to be honest, like I honestly don't care. Like all these other idiots, like it's fine. I'm living my life. You guys see what I do every day. It's not make believe. We are literally over here calling out the markets every day. Am I wrong sometimes? Sure. Do I have red days? 100%. Do I have bigger green days than my red days? Yes. And there you go. That's how you make money. If your losers are bigger than your winners, you don't make money. If your winners are bigger than your losers, you make money. It's that simple. Yeah, I use the tick chart on Trade-Evate and I use the time based on TradingView. How are you making money on YouTube? You get paid by YouTube for the ads on YouTube. Like if you see an ad on YouTube, I get paid a percentage of that. What made you go with a squat stand over a rack? I don't know. Just kind of. It's kind of, I don't really like, I don't know. I'm pretty, maybe I didn't, honestly, I just didn't really think about it. I was like, it just works for me. I just need something to hold the bar. Didn't really like, you know, think about it. Stack of bananas here for the calf muscles, baby. Calf muscles. Right now, that 15-minute opening range breakout. Again, this is something we talk about on the channel all the time. This is not my concept. You know, this is a concept that people have been trading for hundreds of years. Does it work? Clearly it works, you know? So you got the NASDAQ holding VWAP now. The VWAP turning into support there on the NASDAQ, up there to the 123s now. We got that reversal off the bottom, back to the hundreds now. We got the ES kind of sitting up here. We got a pivot point coming up soon for the SPY at the 437s. I saw a guy on Instagram or on Twitter that was down like $400,000 on his puts yesterday. I'm thinking he's probably down another fucking $200,000 on his puts today. Ouch. I just don't know why. Like if the market wants to go up, let it go up, people. Why are people so obsessed with like being right about the market crashing? It's the weirdest. Like, I think people have like a fetish for like wanting to be right about the market crashing. Everyone's like, every day there's somebody on Twitter blowing up their account because they were shorting the market. It's like, why? Like, what are you proving to anyone? Like who cares? If you make money going long or going short, who cares? All I care about is making money. Like, I literally do not care if the market goes straight up for the next 6 months. I literally give 0 fucks. Why would I care? Just to brag on Twitter, like, guys, I told you the market was going to go down. I told you the market was going to go down. I told you. I've been telling you the market was going to go down for the last 6 months, and it finally went down. If you met someone like you 7 years ago, Patrick, how long would it take you to be profitable? And you're right, I stopped losing, fighting the trend. I don't think there's no perfect answer to that, right? Because every person's different. At the end of the day, if you can control your emotions and you can trade the 15-minute opening range, I think you can become profitable very quickly. But the problem is there's a reason that it takes time. You have to build up that kind of mental discipline, that fortitude. From here, you got right here, like 15-minute range breakout. It gets retested there at the 21s, pushes up there to the 26. You take a 5-point move, you get out, you take profit. But the problem is, will the new trader be able to execute this? Will you execute this plan over and over? I mean, you could literally trade the 15-minute opening range every single day. And if you do it every single day consistently, there will be days where you will lose. There will be days where the market chops, and then there will be plenty of days where you're going to make money. In the majority of the trading days, you will end up making money trading the opening range breakout. Problem is, can you do it? Can you stay out of the chop in the first 15 minutes? Can you cut off your loser? Can you buy when it dips? Can you do everything you're supposed to do? That's the issue. Like, how many people can actually do that? It takes time. I think it's very, 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 very doable. This is a strategy that any single day trader in the world, a 5-year-old, could learn this strategy. You don't need any indicators. Get rid of every indicator on there. Look, there you go. How do you trade this? Simple. You wait for the breakout. You wait for the retest or consolidation area. You get in. You take profit. I mean, this is a repeating pattern every single day, guys. It's not, it's not rocket science. You don't need a concept. You don't need to read books. You don't need to watch 5 million hours of some random crazy person, ranting on the internet. You don't need to watch me. It's simple. You wait for the first 15-minute candle. You draw a line at the top of that candle. You draw a line at the bottom of that candle. You then buy when it breaks out of those lines. Or you short when it breaks to the bottom. Will it work every day? Is this a bulletproof, 100% bulletproof system? No. But I would say the majority, the 60% of the time, the 80% of the time, this 15-minute breakout gives good results. Like, look, we can go back and look at, literally, let's look about last couple days here. Let's look at every 15-minute breakout. Market still pushing up there. All right, here we go. This is 9:30. Little breakout here. This was a kind of a chop day. What is this? This was what? Tuesday. A little choppy. This would have been a fail. You could have gotten there at the 40. Well, let's go to the 1-minute chart here. Where's that thing at? This one here kind of chopped it, so got there in the 40s. It went to the 6s. You got in right there. Okay, might be your one loser there on that one. Go to the next one. The NASDAQ, the ES pushing up here. The ES up to the 27s. But the thing is, like, there will be that day where you get that 15-minute breakout and you're going to get a really nice move there. Do 15-minute breakout on this day. Go to the 1 minute candle. Why is this? I wish they, because when you go to the different time frames, it changes. Look at the ES, the NASDAQ, both pushing up right now. 28's on the ES. Oh my gosh. Where is that other fucking one? This one. Breaks out a retest. 59s all the way up there to 69. 10 points. I mean, it works. Is it going to be bulletproof? Is it going to work every time, every single day? No. Look at today. From the 21s, now up there to the 28s. 15-minute breakout on the ES. The NASDAQ holding the VWAP, pushing up there. I mean, this is probably one of the most simple trading strategies that you could possibly have. You don't need, you don't need to buy a course. You don't need to buy a chat room. You don't need to follow some crazy person on Twitter. Just trade the breakout. NASDAQ from the 50s up there. Look at it. 150s now. Ripping. Wow. Ripping. Got the market flow trader community here. Locking in profit this morning. Got Doug making $450. Got Sage dropping knowledge bombs in there every day in the community. Look at this money printing, baby. Money. We got over 600 members now in the market flow trader community, just dropping knowledge here daily. It's been a great ride, great community of people that are all kind of working towards that one big focus. And obviously everyone wanting to find success as traders, right? That's what it's all about. You got this guy right here. His entry there at the 21s. He's taking profit now up there at the 28s on the ES. You can see it right there in the community. This is all real traders, real people. You got Isaiah making $77 in his micro account. 5 micros. You got Chadwick right here. Looking for that move above the 30s. He's in at the 24s. These are real people, real traders, making real money, doing it live in the community every day. We got Sage right there talking about the different targets and the ideas of where to take profit at. So if you guys are serious, you want to find success as a day trader, come join us. This also, the $500 for life also includes the full breakdown. I go through my whole entire setup, my charts, my book map. I go through, Trade-Evade, everything from top to bottom, show you the live trades, show you all of that fun stuff. Literally just all these videos, got lots of videos to go through here. Got the execution, got the mindset. We got all kinds of great stuff. We also got Taylor, our mindset coach, to talk about the overall triangle of the trader's triangle, the edge. How do you find edge? How do you find consistency as a trader? We got some really cool stuff. We got the coaching. We got Sage in there every day, giving out ideas and talking people through the process. And yeah, some cool stuff. If you guys want to learn more, come join us. Like I said, it's $500 for lifetime. It's not going to be, $500 a month. It's not $200 a month. It's just $500 straight up. Pay $500. Come join the market flow trader community. All right. So, yeah, baby. I think I'm going to go ahead and just kind of bow out for now until the FOMC meeting later. 10 o'clock right now. I'll take a little break. Come back refreshed and ready for the FOMC meeting, baby. But there's that opening range breakout there on the 15-minute chart on the ES here. Like I said, it's not rocket science. Got the retest there from the 21s up there to the 30s. I mean, what? 8, 9 points there for everybody. You gotta love it. Gonna go and take a little break from the markets, come back later on after 2 o'clock. We'll go live later on today for the FOMC meeting. But for now, I think it's better to just kind of take a little chill, take a little relax, maybe do a little workout or something. And then come back for that 3 o'clock. I think 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Gonna be good, good, good. 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, baby. I want to make some big money today, baby. Big money today. Let's go. Big, big, big money, 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 money. Put my hater blockers back on. I got the gym gear, baby. I got more gym gear actually today. We got more. Got a new mountain bike as well. I'm ready to cruise, ready to rip and roar, baby. Rip and roar. All right, if you guys haven't hit that like button, help me out. Blow up that like button one more time. Ooh, pit vipers are trashy. Oakleys, baby. I would not put pit vipers on if you paid me. That's some redneck shit. Some trailer park trash. I do love me a good redneck though. Hey, born and raised redneck life, you know. Now I'm just a city slicker. The FOMC decision is at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock FOMC. And then 2:30 is the press conference. No, these are my mountain bike glasses, bro. You know, Florida, a lot of sun. Gotta be ready. Mountain biking, baby. Mountain biking. Yeah, I mean, I went to high school with a bunch of, you know, very nice country people. A lot of nice country people. I got the new Specialized stump knocker, the full suspension stump knocker. I don't need anything too crazy. I was like, am I gonna spend like $6,000 on a mountain bike or spend like $3,000? I was like, the stump knocker. I don't need like full crazy. Yeah, I think it's stump jumper or whatever. My P&L this morning made $468. Just traded 2 contracts. Like I said earlier, my goal was not to push it. It was just to kind of sit back and wait for FOMC. I know FOMC is we're gonna get some big rips, some big moves, and I definitely, you know, I do a lot better in those types of environments. So we'll see what happens later on today. But for right now, I'll just kind of walk away green and come back. Market's still kind of pushing up here. It might not be done just yet. Possibly get a little bit more out of it. That 30 area on the ES right now, possible. Ooh. That 30 area on the ES here. 29th, push up there on the ES. They break out through that 30s. Got a pivot point coming up there at 33 for the ES. So possibly get that rip up there to that pivot point. Right now, the NASDAQ there at the 43, 45s. Look for that push up there to the 50s possible here on the NASDAQ. Or we just kind of chop around here. We'll see. But either way, I'm happy with that. Take my little profit. Come back later on. We'll be live 2 p.m. for the FOMC meeting, baby. Let's go. See you guys then. Peace to the middle. I'll leave the book map open actually for a little bit. I'll leave the book map here for just a little bit. For you guys. You see the ES right now, that 30 area sitting there on the book map right now. And then after that, you got that 33 level, that pivot point there at the 33s for the ES. So possibly wanting to go 15-minute chart, still looking pretty bullish here. Problem is there enough bulls to keep pushing here before the FOMC meeting? Or do we chop at this level now until FOMC? We'll find out. The great part about it is we'll know later on today when the action gets hot. The market's going to go crazy, baby. FOMC always, 100-point, 200-point moves, very doable on FOMC days. So it's either going to make or break you, baby. Make or break you there. Right now, the ES, there's that push up there to the 50s on the NASDAQ. Let's go. I took one more little trade right there. From the 43s up there to the 50s. Thinking we would push up there to the 50s there on the NASDAQ. So Saw it on the book map, and I'm like, I gotta take it. I gotta take it. I gotta take that 50 break. There's that push up there to the 50s now on the NASDAQ. So. If we get 1,000 likes here, I'll leave the book map open for another hour or two. Come on. 834 likes. Don't make me have to turn it off. All right. Oh, gosh. 56 is down. I still got more. That's 30 break on the ES now. There's a pivot point coming up on the QQQ. Be careful here. 365 area on the QQQ now. So the NASDAQ might be running into some resistance coming up here now that we broke through that 50 area. But you saw how they took out that 50 area there. A little bit of a dip and then rallied up there to take out that next area of liquidity there at the 60s. So the book map, you got to love it. Look at the book map. Just paying the bills today. That 15-minute chart, we saw that 15-minute candle earlier. Look at the 15-minute breakout, still paying right now. If you're long from that 15-minute order break, opening range break, what a beautiful move. Same thing for the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ up about 50 points off of that opening range breakout there. So what a time to be alive. 56s, 60s coming up there next. Let's go. If you guys haven't already hit that like button, blow it up. Blow it up. I'll be back for the 2 o'clock FOMC meeting. I'll see you guys then. Let's do it. Let's do it big, baby. Let's go.